How's it going, everybody? Ghost Vegeta here. Welcome back to College Football 26, road to the college football playoffs. And today, we are going to be going with my favorite college from the state of Texas, the Texas A&M Aggies. Really good school, which there's quite a few good schools in the state of Texas. But our opponent is going with the Arkansas Razorbacks, another pretty good school, I think, even though they're not ranked. And by the way, I am wondering if you guys watched the Texas A&M and Notre Dame game earlier this season. I thought that was one of the best games I've ever seen in college football. But anyway, we start with the ball at the 22. Moss gets 7 on 1st and 10. 2nd and 3, handoff to Moss again, but he is stuffed there for only 1 yard. So 3rd down and 2, here's Marcel Reed for his first pass. That's caught by Terry Bussey across midfield and out of bounds to 45. So that'll set up a nice first down into Razorback territory. But our opponent decides to quit out of the game. I'm not sure why, not sure if he didn't like that sequence, not sure if he had to go somewhere, but either way it did give us the win, and obviously the video would have been way too short had we left it at that. So I decided to queue up another game, and now we have a very nice matchup at home versus the LSU Tigers. I would have preferred to have been on the road though, because I like the uniforms that the Texas A&M Aggies wear when they're the visiting team with the all-white. But I will take a home game all day, every day in college football as we start off on defense. The LSU Tigers start at the 19, and Nussmeier looking deep for Barian Brown. It is caught, and Brown down to the 20. So big shot there, 62 yards. They give it to Durham. He finds a hole on the right, and he's inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal, Nussmeier taking off left. Nussmeier looking for the edge, and he's out of bounds to 5. So 2nd and goal, Nussmeier hands it off to Durham. Durham going outside. Durham looking for the corner. It is out of bounds to 1. So 3rd and goal, they give it to the fullback. He's stuffed at the line for no gain. 4th and goal, they decide to go for it. Give it to the fullback again, and he is in for the score. And the LSU Tigers draw first blood off a very nice drive, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run on 4th and goal. As they decide to go for 2 here, not sure why. Nussmeier backpedaling, throws it into double coverage though, and that's easily picked off. And they do not convert on the 2-point conversion. So the lead is only 6-0. Not sure what he was thinking there, and I'm also not sure what he's thinking here, trying the onside kick, and the hands team able to recover around the 45. So we will have good field position for our offense as Marcel Reed hands it off to Le'Veon Moss. Good gain of 5 there, 2nd and 5. Here's Reed for his first pass of the game. Over the middle, that's caught by Kevin Concepcion. I hope I'm saying his name right. And he sets up a first down at the 28. Pitch to Moss next play, and Moss doesn't get anything on that one. No gain, 2nd and 10. Reed hit as he threw, and the ball falls incomplete. So 3rd and 10, here's Reed over the middle. That is dropped by Terry Bussey, got hit by Weeks, and it is incomplete. 4th and 10, we decide to send the field goal unit out, and it is wide to the left. And we do not capitalize on the field position. So LSU still up 6-0 now with the chance to extend their lead. Thankfully, that one is incomplete. Good play by the safety. 2nd and 10, we send the heat, and Nussmeier gets rid of it quick to Anderson, but that is dropped. 3rd and 10, here's Nussmeier looking deep for Barian Brown again, and it is almost intercepted by Will Lee. But thankfully for Nussmeier, it falls incomplete. 4th and 10, here's Nussmeier going for it. Nussmeier again looking for Brown deep. Triple coverage though, and it is incomplete. So we get the turnover on downs. Big play there as Reed over the middle. This is caught by Mario Craver, I believe, and Craver inside the 15 to the 12. So 1st and 10, handoff to Moss, but he is stuffed behind the line there. A loss of a couple. 2nd and 12, Reed is hit back at the 21 and sacked for a 7-yard loss. And now we've got a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 19, Reed hit as he threw, and the ball falls incomplete. 4th and 19, we try the field goal unit again, and this time it is good. And that will cut the lead in half in the closing seconds of the first quarter. So we will start the second quarter by kicking the ball away, and our defense going to have to make another stand as Aaron Anderson going to try from his own end zone, and Anderson out of bounds to the 15-yard line. So a long field to go for Nussmeier, but if he keeps hitting the deep balls, he'll be there in no time. And Nussmeier this time dumps it off to Durham, and Durham a lot of room up the middle, makes a move past the 35 to the 40. So 1st and 10, Nussmeier looking to the left, nearly intercepted by Humphrey. Thankfully for Nussmeier, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, here's Nussmeier with plenty of time, looking right for Berrien Brown. It is caught, and Brown inside the 5 to the 1. So 1st and goal at the 1, they give it to Durham. Durham going outside, Durham dives in for the score. Caden Durham extends LSU's lead to 9. And they do decide to go for 2 again as Nussmeier over the middle. That is dropped by Aaron Anderson, and they do not convert the 2-pointer. And they also try the onside kick again, but the hands team doing their part as they recover it and get inside the 40. So pretty good field position. Reed looking over the middle, but that is dropped by the tight end. Got hit as the ball arrived. So that'll make it 2nd and 10 as the blitz coming, but Reed gets rid of it to Concepcion. One man to beat, and Concepcion is in for the score. Kevin Concepcion finally gets the Aggies their first touchdown of the game, and that will cut the lead to 3, and the extra point is up and good. So LSU now only up 12 to 10 with 3:04 left in the first half. As this is Aaron Anderson going to take it from the 1, past the 15 to about the 20. So 80 yards to go for Nussmeier, but looking for the deep ball, pressure coming, gets rid of it, and this one's caught by Brown, and Brown gets away from his man inside the 40 around the 35. 190 yards already for Garrett Nussmeier as Nussmeier again looking deep. This one's caught by Aaron Anderson. He breaks the tackle, breaks the plane, and he's in for the score. Aaron Anderson making up for that drop earlier at the 2-point conversion. And now he gives LSU an 8-point lead with 2:39 left in the first half. They decide to go for 2 again. An extra point would have made it 9. However, they do convert this time, and they do get the 2 points, extend the lead to 10. So it is now 20 to 10. Midway through the second quarter, he tries the onside kick once again, and the hands team doing their part as we have the ball again in good field position. As Reed looking left, that one is dropped, I believe, by Terry Bussey. So 2nd and 10. Reed over the middle. This is caught by Concepcion. Room up the right, and Concepcion is in for the score. Kevin Concepcion, back-to-back catches, back-to-back touchdowns. And he has put us within 4, pending the extra point. It is up and good. So 20 to 17, just like that. The Texas A&M Aggies will not say die. As this time we kick it off to Thomas, and he decides to take a knee. So the Tigers will have it at the 25. We try sending the heat. Nussmeier tries Berrien Brown again, but this time it's defended by Lee. 2nd and 10. We try sending the heat, but Brown is wide open, got a step, and Brown is going to go all the way for the score. He's also going to taunt us on his way to the end zone. And that'll make it 26-17 as this guy goes for 2 again, and he does convert. And that will put them up 28 to 17. A little over 2 minutes in the first half as this guy lines up to kick it deep, but he kicked it out of bounds. Maybe that's why he's onside kicking it, but Kevin Concepcion, another catch and another touchdown for Kevin Concepcion. I believe that's 3 catches and 3 touchdowns in a row for him. And just like that, we have cut the lead back to 1 possession, and the lead is now 4 with 2:06 left in the first half. Again, we are not saying die as we answer back with a 1-play drive, and we have a 28-24 ball game with a little over 2 minutes left in the first half as Nussmeier, heat coming but gets rid of it, and Berrien Brown makes the catch, and Brown trying to dance his way past his man but does get past the 35 to about the 33. 1st and 10 into Aggie territory as Nussmeier with plenty of time. Nussmeier can run, and he will. Nussmeier makes a move, and Nussmeier out of bounds at the 23. So a gain of 9.5, 2nd and inches. Nussmeier gonna run again, has the first down and more inside the 10 to about the 8. So good play there by Nussmeier, back-to-back scrambles. as this time he scrambles right, dumps it off, but straight to Will Lee, and Lee finally gets the turnover. And that will set us up at the 13, and we have a chance to take the lead as we try over the middle to Concepcion, but that is dropped this time. And 2nd and 10, we hand it off to Moss, only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8, a minute left in the second quarter. We find Terry Bussey, and he gets away from his man, and Terry Bussey is going all the way. And now it's our turn to taunt on our way to the end zone, as this time we have the lead now after so many bad mistakes and so much bad luck. The Texas A&M Aggies, with less than a minute left in the first half, now are ahead as the extra point is good. What a game so far. It has been an offensive explosion. If you guys love scoring, I hope you love this game, because there have been plenty of it already as Anderson takes this to the 20. So 1st and 10, 48 seconds left. LSU has all their timeouts. Nussmeier again looking for Brown. It is almost intercepted again. So this time we are covering the deep ball as 2nd and 10. Nussmeier, little lob over the middle, and that's easily intercepted. Will Lee has got his 2nd pick of the game, and that will give us a chance to extend our lead before halftime. 30 seconds left. We do have all our timeouts. Just a dump off to Moss. Nice gain of 12 there. 1st and 10 at the 14. Hand off to Moss. Next play, room up the middle, and Moss down at the 1. I thought he got in there, but they do mark him at the 1-inch line as this guy encroaches on the line. That will move us even closer. So we are about at the 1 millimeter line. We call the quarterback sneak, and Marcel Reed is in for the score. And with 17 seconds left, we now have a 10-point lead. And now we are in the comfy position. We can just kick the ball deep and rely on our defense. Defense has straightened out as Thomas has to take this one out. Not even going to get to the 15. So 15 seconds left, not a whole lot for Nussmeier to do. He's going to try to scramble, only gets 9 on that play. With 9 seconds left, they call a timeout, 2nd and 1. Nussmeier got a long way to go to try for some points. Going to try the deep ball, but that is incomplete. However, 1 second left. Time for only one more play, barring a defensive penalty, as Nussmeier going to try the right side for Berrien Brown, but this time we are on it, and that is incomplete. And what a first half, guys. Both teams combining for over 60 points as this guy tries the onside kick, but that one obviously didn't go 10 yards, and that will be a flag. And we will again have the ball in good field position as we give it to Moss. Room on the left, and Moss inside the 20. He's going to go! Le'Veon Moss finally getting into the end zone for all the hard work. And that will extend the lead to 3 possessions. 62 yards and a score for Le'Veon Moss. And the Texas A&M Aggies have scored 45 points, although this guy has made it kind of easy with all the failed onside attempts. And now we are up by 17 early in the third quarter, and this guy takes it to about the 17. Anyway, 1st and 10, Nussmeier again looking for the deep ball. He's got Brown wide open, and he couldn't make the catch. Oh, that was a good chance to gain some momentum back and cut the lead to 2 possessions, but instead, 2nd and 10, Nussmeier again looking deep, but that is incomplete. 3rd and 10, he calls 4 verts again, and Nussmeier looking for Brown, double coverage, and it is incomplete. 4th and 10, he pretty much has to go for it here as Nussmeier gonna run it. Nussmeier, not a whole lot of room, tries to throw it, but he was past the line of scrimmage, and that will be illegal forward pass, which is a loss of down, and that makes it a turnover on downs as Moss gets the handoff, but he puts the ball on the ground at the 1, and the Tigers recover, and they have it again at the 20. Nussmeier looking over the middle. That is intercepted. Ball got batted, and it was picked off on the deflection, and the Texas A&M Aggies have the ball, and they will have the win as our opponent decides that's enough. What a game, though. I mean, aside from all the silly stuff, this guy played a really good game, and he might have won the game had he not done all the silly stuff, but we will take the win nonetheless. Played a really good game, didn't panic even though We had a very bad first quarter where pretty much nothing was going our way. But we hung in there, made the adjustments, and were able to take control of the game starting at the second quarter and then in the second half. And there you have it, guys. That is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment below on what school you guys want me to do next. I have a list already, but if you guys want me to see me use a different school, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below or your suggestions. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to do all the usual stuff like subscribe, comment below. My name is Ghost Vegeta, and I will see you later.